Hey, what's up, guys? All right, this is going to be the video talking about the information about the NRA that a lot of you guys may or may not know. Okay, now I've talked to a few different people on here who I'm friends with, and none of them knew it. And anyone who I've talked to since about the NRA, half the people only knew about some of the benefits, and the people who did know about the benefits did not know this very important bit of information. So, here's the deal. You guys know that when my guns were lost/stolen, some people say you can't even say it's stolen because you made the mistakes. Well, the actual police report here, I don't have the copy of the police report. I have they give you a victim/witness assistance guide. It has the investigation information on the front, which is filled out. The what the police officers who talked to me deem this to be, the actual title of the incident, is theft by unlawful taking. Okay, so they're declaring this a theft. Now, keep this in mind too for yourself if this ever happens to you. In other words, if you're this guy who bought my car, understand this so you would know this for future references. Because this guy purchased my vehicle, it was his. I don't necessarily agree with this. It benefits me in this case, but I don't really agree with it that much. It's just the law, but that's why I'm mentioning it to you because it's important. That guy, by buying the vehicle, it's his obligation to make sure that there's nothing in that vehicle that is not of his. He purchased the vehicle, not its contents. Keep that in mind if you ever sell your car, or excuse me, if you ever buy a car from someone used. That's kind of important. I didn't realize that until now. So anyway, a lot of you guys guessed that the NRA information would probably have something to do with the insurance, right? I lost the gun/stolen, whatever. So now I'm going to make an insurance claim, which I am in the process of making an insurance claim. Instead of making you guys wait, I want to do this video now because I think it's very important as NRA members that you know this information so it can benefit you by doing what you're supposed to. This is something I did not know. This is something that's overlooked. The only people that probably know about this, it's either through word of mouth, which this video is going to do, or perhaps you're one of those people that read the fine details. Most of us, when we sign an agreement for something, it's not right. But when you have that long 15-page thing, user agreement, a lot of us skip over that. That's not good. You should always read every single word and have a complete understanding of what you're signing in any kind of agreement. But anyway, as NRA members, there's certain benefits that we feel that we have, right? So I'm going to go to the NRA website. Okay, this is nra.org/benefits. Now, on this website, it says your NRA membership, okay, and what it means to you, blah, blah, blah. All right, so here's the bullets. Here's all of the benefits of being, and this is just any NRA member. This is just the basic benefits. And then, of course, if you're different types of members, life member or whatever, you get additional things. But this is just for the basic membership. An official NRA membership ID card, something you'll get, okay, showing your membership ID number, an expiration date, or life member status. You should carry this card at all times. All right, another bullet. Isn't that kind of ironic? These are all bullets. All right, with all regular memberships, you will get a choice of subscription to either American Rifleman, American Hunter, or America's First Freedom, right? Another benefit, junior members receive a subscription to Insights. We don't care about that right now. Next one, annual members receive $5,000 of accidental death and dismemberment coverage at no cost to you. The plan covers accidents at or to and from an NRA event, the accidents that occur during the use of firearms or hunting equipment while hunting. Insurance must be activated at time of renewal. Does not include junior memberships, okay? Next bullet, life membership receives, or life membership specifically receives $10,000, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about that right now either. Next one, law enforcement officers that are NRA members killed in the line of duty will have $25,000 in coverage. Okay, fine. All right, here's the next one. This is the one that we care about right now for this discussion. $2,500 of arms care coverage with your NRA membership. This plan covers insured firearms, air guns, bows, and arrows against theft, accidental loss, and damage. Now, there's no asterisk under here for additional information or anything, but underneath this, there's words that are italicized, and it says, for purposes of insurance, NRA members must be current active members of the NRA whose name appears on the NRA membership list. Okay, that's fine. It means you can't be like you used to have an NRA membership. You have to be currently an active member. Cool. That ends. Then it's the next bullet about new and enhanced insurance covers that you can purchase more insurance than what they give you. Here's my problem. There should be a little asterisk there, if nothing else, that links you to the bottom of the page with some fine print. But on this benefits page, and when you get your paperwork from the NRA, when you become a member, they do not add the very, very, very important information that you do not get the $2,500 arms care coverage as a benefit until you activate it. I know a lot of people watching this video. If you're, gun guy, you probably have NRA memberships. Did you know that your $2,500 that covers, lost or stolen guns, that has to be activated? Some of you may know that. I did not know that, nor does it have anywhere on this page any kind of information about that. All right. Only until I've actually had an incident, obviously, I looked into this. So then you go to the NRA's arms care insurance page. Okay, and when you go to their insurance page, it tells you, and I'm just reading word for word, all NRA members in good standing receive $2,500 of arms care protection at no cost to them. To begin receiving this coverage, members must activate their no-cost benefits by visiting the benefits activation page. And then it goes on to say if that's not enough money for your collection, blah, 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 you can purchase more insurance. So I'm going to link you guys to the activation page because I guarantee the majority of you watching this video think that you have $2,500 worth of coverage, and you don't. You do not have any coverage until you activate your coverage. And what you have to do is you go and you put your NRA membership number in, your name and address, your basic information, male or female, date of birth, that kind of thing. And then once you fill out this form and you hit enter, you get a confirmation number, whatever. Your insurance is not activated. Your benefit of having insurance is not activated until the first of the following month, which means today is February 14th, 2012. If you're going to watch this video right now, because I'm going to post it tonight, most likely you're going to go right to the page and start activating it. That still means that you do not have activation. You don't have any insurance on your guns until the first of next month, which would be March. So, yes, I think this is very important information. The majority of you out there, like I said, probably had no idea about this. And I can't imagine how many people go through stolen guns and stuff, and they well, all right, I'm an NRA member, that's cool, I got coverage up to $2,500, I'm good to go, right? And they go to put a claim in, which I'm going to do. I got paperwork in the mail today, and this video may or may not affect the outcome of my claim. They may not give it to me because perhaps someone saw a video and said, well, you weren't covered yet, because I had activated my arms care stuff before this incident. It was 3 days before this occurred. But knowing that it's not physically activated until the first of the month, this all may be a waste of time. Filling out the insurance claim may be a complete waste of time because it technically wasn't activated. I may get lucky. Maybe someone's not doing their job and they give me the coverage anyway. But more than likely, I'll be denied for it. So I didn't want to make this video right away because I wanted to better my chances of actually getting the claim. But you know what? There's thousands of you out there who are NRA members, and I think this is very important information you need to know about. So I decided to chalk it up for the team and just give you the information as opposed to trying to get over on something. Because you know what? My initial thought, which was not good, my initial thought was, you know what? Maybe I'll slip under the radar and I'll get in there. No, that's not how it works. I've become a better person than that, and I've become a person of rules. Now, it is of my own fault and only of my own fault for not reading all the details when I joined the NRA. This is not like, it's not a negative thing like the NRA is doing something bad, but it is deceiving. I don't like being deceived, okay? I don't like deceitfulness. And I think a lot of you guys out there, when you read your benefits page and you go, oh, cool, I got this, this, this. No, you don't. You have to go activate those benefits. And like I said, I can't imagine the hundreds of people out there who have guns stolen. They go to put a claim in, and then guess what? The NRA says, sorry, you don't have benefits because you never activated it. So I want to save you guys that hassle if, God forbid, your guns ever get stolen or lost. Now you know. So I would go as soon as possible, go fill out the activation form, all right? And the first of the following month, whenever you do that, you'll actually have the benefits that you thought you've had all this time. So I thought that was just an important bit of information that all of you guys should know, and now you do know. So yeah, I mean, I'll keep you up to date and posted on this, but of course they want lots of information. Here's another thing too. Oh, let me read you the benefit or the I have another page, a PDF file. This is the arms care coverage form, and this is your license and agreements. Okay, so you can find this through the NRA's website. I have it on PDF, so I don't have like a link for you, but you can find it. This is the agreements and terms of what's covered with this $2,500 thing. And by the way, what I figured out is that they give you its increments. It's not like if your gun was worth $800, they give you $800. It's more or less like either they give you 0 because you're not qualified, or they give you 1,500, or excuse me, 0, 1,000, and 2,500. You get like one of those three. You don't get just the amount for your exact gun or guns. So anyway, let me read you this agreement. Agreement. It's nice that it covers things other than guns, like actual, bows. If you have an expensive compound bow or something, that's covered. Even pellet guns that are expensive, that's covered as well. But let me read you some of these things here, because you may or may not know some of this stuff. All right, let me skip through and find the important information. Okay. The attached and cessation of coverage. Coverage shall commence as follows. A. Coverage attaches at 12:01 a.m. Attaches? I don't know. Standard time on January 1st, 2000, blah, blah, blah. That's when the agreement, I guess, first took place, or, first became effective. All right, so let's skip to... Oh, here you go. Exclusions. This is what I wanted to read you. Sorry. Exclusions. These are things that are not covered by this insurance. And some of these bullets I'm going to read you, you may have thought, well, I thought that was covered. No. This is what's very important, to understand exactly what is covered. It's not just any old lost or stolen gun. So the first one, loss or damage caused by bursting or bulging gun barrels, faulty ammunition, rust, fouling, marring, scratching, wear, tear, gradual deterioration, mechanical breakdown, malfunctions, or defect or loss caused by or during any process of repairing or finishing or renovation. So that's a lot to handle right off the bat. So basically, if you have, say, an overcharged round and your gun blows up, it's not covered. Sorry. If you neglect your gun and it rusts, it's not covered. Even if you have a factory-loaded ammunition that just does not work properly and it damages your gun, it's not covered. All right, let's move on. And there's more in-depth detail in that, but you can have your own assumption as to what that means. I just reading it word for word. Infidelity of individual activated members, employees, or persons whom the insured property is entrusted. Basically meaning that you're responsible for your gun, so if you're irresponsible, then it's not covered. If you give the gun to someone to borrow and they lose it, it's not covered. Loss or damage arising from war, invasion, hostilities, rebellion, seizure, blah, blah, blah. This is basically if SHTF really happens, they're not going to cover you. That's out of their hands. I guess that's understandable. All right. Loss or damage caused by strikers, locked out workmen, or persons taking part in labor disturbances, riots, or civil commotion. So if you are in a riot and someone breaks your window in your car and takes your gun, it's not covered. All right, next. Loss or damage arising directly or indirectly from nuclear reaction, nuclear radiation. All right, that's most likely not going to affect anyone. If there's a nuclear meltdown, the last thing you're going to worry about is if your gun's covered. All right, next one. Okay, loss or damage caused by rain, snow, sleet, or dust to property in the open. So, if a monsoon comes and washes your gun away and you can't find it ever again, sorry, it's not covered. If it gets lost in a snowstorm, it's not covered. Basically, that's what that is saying, is if it's out in the open, any kind of natural things that's going to ruin it or lose it, sorry, it's not covered. All right, loss or damage to property pertaining to business of a commercial gun dealer. That's interesting. That means you're taking your gun to, say, a gunsmith to have it cleaned, and the gunsmith loses it? Sorry, not covered. You're bringing your gun to ask the guy at the local dealer a question about it, and it gets stolen on the way home? It's not covered. All right, next. Loss or damage to illegal weapons. That's totally understandable. If it's illegal, they're not going to cover it. You have to be a legal owner. All right, here's where it pertains to me in my situation. Theft from a vehicle, unless theft resulted from a breaking and entering of a locked vehicle or a locked portion of the vehicle. So, In my case, it was in a locked drawer in the vehicle. The vehicle itself was unlocked because it was sold to someone. Um, Now, this is where it's kind of a gray area to me. I mean, to me, it seems like, okay, well, it was in a locked compartment, so that's fine. So technically, it should be covered in the insurance, right? Well, this is kind of up to interpretation, in my opinion. But it's good to note that if you leave your gun under your seat in your car and it's stolen out of your car, it's not covered if you left your car doors unlocked. All right. So it's hard to prove whether your car was locked or not. But if you openly come out and you're an honest person and say, well, yeah, I left the doors. This is where like making a police report is very crucial, because even in the paperwork, they want your details on your report. And in my specific case, they want the details in the police report that the police had mentioned that it was taken from a locked compartment. If I didn't get the actual police report yet, if their police report does not mention it was from a locked compartment, that ruins any, chance of me getting any kind of coverage. So these are details that you have to know. And I'm telling you, a lot of you guys, I know you just don't read this stuff. I'm guilty of that. This is my fault for not understanding this. I'm not blaming the NRA, because they have very strict policies. It's up to you to know the policies. But I don't like deceitfulness. There's a lot of assuming going on here. As an NRA member, you're maybe under the assumption that certain things mean certain things, and that's not the case. All right, loss or damage to ammunition, bayonets, knives, binoculars, hunting glasses, and spotting scopes. So I'm going to say pretty much anything except for the gun itself. Perhaps accessories aren't included either. Loss or damage to cannons, full size or miniature. So if you're a cannon owner, it ain't covered. That'd be a strange police report, huh? Police, knocking your door. All right, sir, what's going on? Well, my cannon was stolen. Really, sir? Okay. All right. Clips, magazines, holsters, and gun cases. Unless the firearm they are used in was lost, unless the firearm they are used with is part of the lost claim. So if someone comes to your house and they steal your gun cases and your magazines, none of that's covered. It's all accessories. So anyway, you know what? The list goes on and on. I'm not going to waste your time. Now that hopefully this piqued your interest in finding more about what the NRA covers, hopefully you'll look into this yourself. But I thought this was a very important video to make. I suggest that if you have not already activated your benefits for the NRA as a member, I would do it right now. The link will be in the description box. Please go ahead and click on it. Keep in mind, like I said, you're not going to be covered for anything until the 1st of next month of whenever you activate it. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll go through the motions and fill all this paperwork out and stuff. But I would say it's highly doubtful that I would actually get anything back from this, okay? Because I was unaware of the activation and the terms therein of having these benefits from the NRA. So, overall, like I said, this is not a bash on the NRA, because they clearly state everything that they're supposed to, and of course they have a huge legal team, I'm sure, and everything's fine on their part. It's a bash on just being deceitful. Not cool. There's millions of us who are NRA members who back the NRA daily, constantly donating money, donating time, talking about the NRA, trying to get more members. And at the end of the day, they're screwing some of us by just being a little deceitful. Your opinion may change. You may think, well, hey, you got to read the fine print. And I would agree with that. This is my fault for not understanding completely what I was dedicating myself to by becoming an NRA member. But still, a little deceitful. And I guarantee the majority of you watching this didn't know anything about this. But now you do. Please spread the word. Please make your own videos about this so all the subscribers on your channels can know about it as well. Get the word out on it. I think it's important so everyone knows where they stand. And you can actually start, hopefully benefiting from the benefits if the time may arise in the future. So that's all. Still love the NRA. I still love them. I think they serve a very, very purposeful role in the community right now and fighting for our rights. But, come on. At least let us know what the deal is up front. I still think that's definitely deceitful. Please give me your opinion. Comment below. Was that deceitful? Was that right? Was that wrong? What do you think about it? And hopefully a lot of you guys, like I said, if you're members already, you'll go ahead and click on the link and fill out your information so you can get yourself squared away. And then you'll have the peace of mind for it. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for your time. I appreciate it. Kind of a longer video, but important. That's all. When you're signing something, be sure to read that fine print. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Don't feel pressure to sign anything without reading every single word. And I used to do that. I used to, read every single part of the agreements when I signed for stuff. And then at some point in my life, I just thought, it's all the same BS. It's, legal mumbo jumbo. It's not mumbo jumbo. It's important. Go ahead and read it. So anyway, that's all. Thanks for your time again. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.